Hello and welcome back to our channel, where we explore the fascinating stories behind some of the most groundbreaking discoveries and inventions in history. Today we are going to talk about Nikola Tesla, one of the most brilliant and visionary minds of all time. Tesla was a Serbian-American inventor and engineer who revolutionized the fields of electricity, magnetism, radio, and robotics. He is best known for his invention of the alternating current, AC, power system, which is the basis of our modern electrical grid. But he also invented or contributed to many other technologies that changed the world, some of which are still ahead of their time. Let's take a look at some of his most amazing inventions. The Tesla coil is a high-voltage transformer that can produce sparks and wireless power. Tesla invented it in 1891 as a way to study the effects of high-frequency currents and electromagnetic waves. He also hoped to use it for wireless transmission of electricity and signals across long distances. He demonstrated his coil in public lectures, where he would light up fluorescent tubes and Geissler tubes, similar to neon tubes, in his hands without any wires. He also used his coil to create artificial lightning bolts that could reach up to 135 feet long. The Tesla coil is still used today for scientific experiments, entertainment, and education. The Tesla coil works by using two coils of wire, one inside the other, that are connected to a power source and a capacitor. The capacitor stores electrical energy and then releases it into the primary coil, creating a high-voltage pulse. This pulse induces a current in the secondary coil, which is tuned to resonate with the primary coil. The result is an amplified voltage that can create sparks or arcs of electricity in the air or between metal objects. The Tesla coil can also generate electromagnetic waves that can be picked up by receivers or devices that are tuned to the same frequency. The magnifying transmitter was an advanced version of the Tesla coil that Tesla designed in 1897. It was a giant device that could generate millions of volts of electricity and create powerful electromagnetic fields. Tesla built it in his laboratory in Colorado Springs, where he conducted experiments on wireless power transmission, wireless communication, and atmospheric phenomena. He claimed that he could use his transmitter to send electricity and messages around the globe without wires. He also claimed that he could manipulate the weather and cause earthquakes with his device. However, he never fully completed his project due to lack of funding and technical difficulties. The magnifying transmitter was similar to the Tesla coil, but with some modifications. It had 3 coils instead of 2, a primary coil, a secondary coil, and an extra coil. The extra coil was connected to a metal sphere on top of a tower that acted as an antenna. The primary coil was connected to a power source and a capacitor, while the secondary coil was connected to the ground. The extra coil was tuned to resonate with both the primary and secondary coils, creating a feedback loop that increased the voltage and current exponentially. The magnifying transmitter could then send out powerful electromagnetic waves that could be detected by receivers or devices around the world. Tesla was one of the pioneers of radio communication and remote control. He demonstrated his wireless technology in 1898 at Madison Square Garden, where he piloted a radio-controlled boat around a pool. He also patented a system for transmitting radio signals in 1897, 2 years before Guglielmo Marconi. However, Marconi received the credit for inventing the radio and won the Nobel Prize in 1909, while Tesla's patent was invalidated by the U.S. Supreme Court in 1943. Tesla also envisioned a global system of wireless communication that he called the World System, which would allow people to exchange information, news, music, and pictures through the airwaves. Tesla's radio system used his coils and transmitters to send and receive electromagnetic waves at different frequencies. He also invented various devices and components that improved the performance and functionality of his system, such as tuners, amplifiers, detectors, oscillators, filters, and antennas. He experimented with different types of waves, such as radio waves, microwaves, infrared waves, ultraviolet waves, and even X-rays. He also developed methods for encoding and decoding messages using binary codes or Morse codes. Tesla experimented with X-rays before their official discovery by Wilhelm Röntgen in 1895. He used his vacuum tubes and coils to produce X-ray images of various objects, including his own hand. He also noticed the harmful effects of X-rays on human tissue and warned about their dangers. However, he did not publish his findings or claim priority for his discovery, as he considered it a minor aspect of his research. X-rays are a form of electromagnetic radiation that have a very short wavelength and high energy. They can penetrate through many materials that are opaque to visible light, such as bones, metals, and tissues. They can also cause ionization, which is the process of removing or adding electrons from atoms or molecules. This can damage the cells and DNA of living organisms, causing mutations or cancers. Tesla used his vacuum tubes and coils to generate X-rays by applying a high voltage across a gas-filled tube. The gas atoms would lose electrons and emit X-rays as they returned to their normal state. The Tesla turbine is a bladeless turbine that uses fluid friction to generate power. Tesla invented it in 1913 as a more efficient alternative to conventional turbines with blades. He claimed that his turbine could run on any fluid, such as air, water, steam, or gas. He also claimed that it could achieve very high speeds and power outputs with minimal wear and tear. He envisioned using his turbine for various applications, such as automobiles, airplanes, pumps, compressors, generators, and even artificial hearts. However, he never found a practical use for his invention or a market for its production. The Tesla turbine consists of a series of smooth discs that are mounted on a shaft and enclosed in a casing. A fluid enters the casing through a nozzle and flows between the discs in a spiral motion. The fluid exerts a tangential force on the discs, causing them to rotate. The rotation of the discs drives the shaft, which can be connected to a generator or a machine. The fluid exits the casing through another nozzle at the center of the discs. The Tesla turbine has several advantages over conventional turbines with blades, such as higher efficiency, lower maintenance, lower noise, and greater adaptability. These are just some of the inventions that Nikola Tesla created or contributed to that changed the world. He was a genius who was ahead of his time and whose legacy lives on in many aspects of our modern society. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing science videos. See you next time.